What is up, guys? We are back after taking a week off, and we have a really awesome product to take a look at today. We have MSI's RX 5700 XT Evoke OC, probably one of the most hyped RX 5700 XTs out there. It comes in this very unique color in metal shroud. It has a custom cooling solution, and it is factory overclocked. So let's go ahead and take a look. Starting off with specifications on the card, it carries with it a factory overclock. So you have a base clock set at 1690 megahertz, game clock of 1835 megahertz, and max boost clock of 1945 megahertz. When you first take a look at this card, it really grabs your attention with the champagne colored shroud. We assume this color is to coincide with AMD's 50th anniversary. We've seen many other 50th anniversary products use this color. Now, the interesting thing about this color is that it's definitely going to make the card stand out in your system. We don't know many other champagne colored motherboards, memory, cases, or anything like that. MSI has designed this card to be shorter than the reference RX 5700 XT, as it's only 254 millimeters long, but it is taller to fit in better cooling. The champagne colored shroud is actually made of metal and features two of MSI's Torx 3.0 fans. These fans feature dispersion fan blades, which have a special curved blade in them, which accelerates airflow and increases effectiveness. The card also features the zero frozen mode, so the fans will completely turn off during load situations. If we look at the card from the side, we can see that it's slightly larger than a standard 2-slot card. From the side, we can see the large heatsink and multiple heat pipes. On the main side, there's a small MSI logo. One thing that's very interesting about this card is there's not a single RGB LED on it. As far as power connections go, you have a combination of 8-pin and 6-pin PCI Express power connectors. The end of the card actually has a cap on it, which has like these geometric shapes cut out of it, which I think looks pretty cool. Flipping the card over to the back, you have a full cover metal backplate in the same champagne color as the rest of the card. The MSI logo is present towards the end of the card, but remember, there are no RGB LEDs on this card at all. Finally, we come to display outputs, where we have the same as reference 3 DisplayPort 1.4 connections and a single HDMI 2.0B connection. Before we get into testing, we wanted to give you a rundown of all of the hardware inside of our test machine. So here is a full list of what we are running. All right, guys, so at the end of the day, MSI has created probably one of the coolest looking RX 5700 XT cards out there. I mean, the metal shroud, the champagne color, it really looks awesome. But again, as we mentioned, that could be this card's downfall, just because you're not gonna find a whole lot of components that are gonna really match up with this color. You're just not. But I think it looks awesome. It feels really good as well. The entire thing is metal, as we talked about. So just a really great looking card. And they have outfitted it with a custom cooling solution, which does a really great job. Now, in our testing, the card never got over 69 degrees Celsius in full load and everything like that, which is really good and much better than the reference design. Now with that, we even ran MSI's Quiet BIOS, which they have on their website, and the fans were a bit loud. For a custom cooling solution, we just would have wished the fans weren't as loud. If you're somebody who's gaming and that's what you're gonna be doing and you have a headset on, it's not gonna make a big deal. Even inside of a case, it's not the biggest deal. We used a test bench, but it was a little loud, so that's something you might wanna consider. But all in all, I think the cooling system is great, and it of course cools better than the reference design. You're getting a factory overclock with this, which isn't gonna be a whole lot more than a reference card, but it's gonna give you a few more FPS in certain games. Now, overall performance, this is gonna be a card that you're gonna get well over 100 FPS in 1080p games, and you can easily push 7 to 90 FPS in 1440p in most games as well. And you could probably even sneak in 4K gaming if you lowered your settings just a little bit. So this is a good all-around card. Now MSI is putting a decent premium on this card. It is $449, which is $50 more than the reference design cards. So that is a lot for a, add-in board partner card, a custom card. We've seen, the Sapphire cards are as low as $10 more. $50 more is a lot. So, but they do make a compelling argument with the all metal design, the very unique design, factory overclock, good cooling solution, and all of that. So that's definitely things you're gonna wanna consider. But I think this is a really great card. Now we will have links below to our full written review, which has all of our benchmarks and everything like that. And if you have any questions about this card, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. And we'll see you guys in the next video.